Hey guys, it's Tony here. Look at this. Bitcoin flash crash. Dumped super hard. I know I'm a little bit late and it already regained, but this was crazy. The only problem was that Ethereum, stocks, a bunch of other things crashed with Bitcoin too. Nobody can really explain this. I mean, you could explain some things like Bitcoin being dumping because a bunch of people are leveraged, or stocks because of the new variant of the COVID vaccine, or because everybody has to pay tax, but you can't explain them all together. Why did they crash? No one knows. What I want to talk to you guys about today, though, is Bitcoin done dumping? Are we going to get a correction farther down, or are we done dumping and are we gonna start going up? That's what I want to talk to you guys about today, so let's get into it. So first things first, I want to talk to you guys about why exactly did everything just crash. Well, you could explain stocks individually because some stocks usually people sell at the end of the year to cover tax because it's already almost the end of the year. New Year's is almost coming, it's almost next year. But that does not explain other stocks that usually stay up because nobody really sells them. Then you could explain it with the new variant of COVID coming out and how people are getting panicking and they are actually selling their stocks. But then that also doesn't make sense because then that would mean more people are staying at home, and usually that would mean electric stocks would actually be going up, but they also dumped. And it also does not explain crypto. I mean, you could explain crypto because Bitcoin, really gigantic leverage, so much people are leveraging, and maybe one person just sold, and that caused the chain reaction and leverage, which caused Bitcoin to go all the way down there. But that does not explain why everything else crashed. We can't explain it all together, but we can know this. You can never 100% predict where anything will go. That is how it works. You can, of course, get the facts, combine them together, get a pretty good point of where Bitcoin's going to go or where something's going to go, but you can never guarantee that it will go somewhere 100%. But anyway, I have something today, lots of facts, and it's a pretty high percentage, I believe, that Bitcoin could be doing something massive. Is Bitcoin going to stop dumping? Is Bitcoin going to keep going down? That's what I want to answer you guys right now. Now look at this. This huge dump, this flash crash, came December 2nd all the way down to December 4th. And it was a 30% dump. But you could also count it to be all the way from the all-time high. That could be the whole entire correction. And then that would be a straight 40% correction. Now that is very interesting because from 30 to 40% dumps is usually what we have when we usually come down. Sometimes you can even do to 25%. But 25 to 40% dumps is usually what we have in a correction. And if you guys look at this previous dump, it looks pretty small, but if we calculate how much it was a 25.5% correction. This right here was a 40% correction. It's still in the limits of being those healthy corrections. You guys know that Bitcoin and other things have these kinds of corrections all the time in a bull market, and that's actually healthy. So that's what we did. And we came down any more, and that would probably be bad. Now, the interesting thing is where Bitcoin actually come from, support, because we come from support at $41,200. Now, that may seem nothing, but when you get the Fibonacci extension level and you calculate it like this, from the bottom, when we dumped all the way from $65,000 all the way down to 28,600. That starting point right there, 28,700 all the way up to 69,300, the top. And you guys get this Fibonacci extension, this regular Fibonacci, and this indicator is amazing. Let me show you. It shows us that we have this gigantic support 0.7. And that also confirms because I saw that we had this gigantic 0.7 support level. We have this support 0.7. Gigantic resistance and support level. We tapped it once, we broke through here, we tapped it twice as resistance, we tapped it 3 times as resistance, tapped it 4 times as resistance, tapped as support right now again. Huge support level. But that is only the wicks. If you count by the bodies, then this would be something even more reasonable because the 0.5 level is where the bodies came down to. And you could count the wicks, but by the bodies on the daily time frame, we have this perfect 0.5 level tap. And that is kind of interesting. Coincidence? I think not, because huge support level, and this daily close could be because we confirmed support on the 0.5 level, and we could not technically break it until the next day. So that's where we stopped, which is really interesting. But this also is a huge support level which we broke, which is really good, because look at this. We have, if I hide the Fibonacci, you guys see that we have this one level resistance, this another level resistance, this another support resistance. It's a big level. Now, we did the same exact thing right here. We confirm support with the bodies. Now, is this a good thing? Well, yes, if we confirm supports, it is a good thing. But what's even more interesting is that we are already halfway back from what we did. Now, that is really interesting. If you count by this flash crash, of course. If you count it from here, it's about 25%. Now, am I personally bullish on Bitcoin? Well, I told you guys the bullish things, and I don't want to sound bearish right now, but there is a lot of bearish scenarios that could happen. Like, let me just turn on the moving averages on the weekly time frame. We have the 20-week moving average, which we look like we technically could be getting rejected upon right over here. If we get rejected, we could be seeing a dump down farther, and we are actually getting squeezed between the 20 and the 50 weekly moving averages. Now we will have to pick either we break up or we break down, and whatever we choose is where Bitcoin will be going. Now, if we break the 20-week moving average, that's about the $53,000 level. And that's what I want to wait till we break. If Bitcoin breaks $53,000, I am bullish for Bitcoin again. Now, I never said I was bearish on it right now, but right now we have to see where Bitcoin's going to go. Because if I just say Bitcoin's going to be bullish, that doesn't mean it's going to be going up. We have to look at the facts. We have this gigantic resistance/support level, which actually we confirm support and resistance right over here, right before we fell. And another interesting thing is that that support level, which by the way, 53,000, like I said, is the 0.32 level. Huge resistance. And this is why I'm saying we have to break 53,000 in order for us to be bullish again. Because if we get rejected, we could technically be falling down even more. And of course, we have the support of 0.5 right over here at $49,000. So we could technically be jumping around inside of this level until we pick to break up or break down. Now that would be really important. If we break down, where could we be going? Well, technically we could be going down farther, maybe down to the weekly EMA ribbon, because that would be at about $43,000, which seems really reasonable if we get rejected off the $53,000 level. And of course, there is a different option that we could take. We could get the Fibonacci, and we could grab all those from the bottom to the top again, and we could go down to the 0.618 ratio. But this would be really bad, because we already came down to 0.7. If we start dumping again, could we technically be falling down more? Maybe. We're going to have to see. So right now, if Bitcoin breaks $53,000 level, we will be going up. And we have a lot of bullish scenarios, a lot of bearish scenarios. Which one will Bitcoin take? There's not enough facts to either prove one wrong or the other wrong. Like, look at this. For example, we have, like I said, we are getting support after support after support on these levels, but at the same time, we have to break a gigantic resistance, and we have on the monthly time frame, if I turn on the moving averages, on the weekly we have the resistance, and after another resistance. Now we have to pick, do we confirm support or do we confirm resistance? That is what we have to do. If we right now break the $53,000 level right now and confirm support, which I believe will happen, because usually when we have the gigantic levels of percent, we usually go up, because 40%, that's a perfect number for rejection, and we look like we could be bullish. I'm personally bullish, but I have to wait before acting. So if we break $53,000 level, pump. If we break $49,200 level, dump. Dump down to where? I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to click that post notification bell. I'll see you guys next video. Bye!